Hi, everybody. Welcome to Moments with Inonge, a platform dedicated to personal awareness and development. Have a plan to become better. Don't just be busy because hard work doesn't guarantee success. Focus on growing, not only on goals. It's hard to improve your circumstances if you are unwilling to improve yourself. My name is Inonge, a certified speaker, trainer, and coach with the John Maxwell team, certified by John to help you be intentional in your life, both privately and professionally, by working with purpose and having a solid plan. You are watching the leadership segment and you are welcome. Please drop your comments, like, and share, and let me know where you're watching from. Create a watch party if you're watching via Facebook. Tag a friend to be part and parcel of this live broadcast. Today, we have a very interesting topic, and the topic for discussion is value from intentional positioning. Value from intentional positioning. And we have brilliant guests. We have Moses, we have Joel, we have Chani, as well as Raymond. Please, guys, do drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And like and share. Like and share. Like and share. If you're watching us via YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as drop your comments. Please, guys, like and share, drop your comments. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching us for the very first time, I just want to welcome you. Even those that keep watching us, you are welcome to today's leadership segment. And for those that are not familiar with the schedule for Moments with Inonge, we have every Sunday an inspirational segment at 1 p.m. Central African time. And on Mondays, we have the motivational segment at 19:45 p.m. On Tuesdays, we have the leadership segment at 19:45 p.m., which is this segment that you're currently watching. Moments with Inonge also offers free coaching session, which is the history of your future. And we also have one-on-one coaching sessions as well as group coaching sessions for Put Your Dream to the Test, as well as 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth by John C. Maxwell. We also have a practical table that is starting next month, the month of March. Please, guys, look out for that one. So we have a comment. Somebody just dropped a comment, and we have a comment from Scholar, and Scholar says, watching from Kaoma. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning into Moments with Inonge this lovely evening. Thank you for being part and parcel. Stay tuned and be transformed. Guys, drop your comments, like and share. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop your comments, like and share. Let me know where you're watching from, as well as tag somebody. Tag somebody to be part and parcel of this segment. So right now, I'm just going to be letting our guests in. I'll be letting our guests in. Please, guys, like and share, like and share. I hope you've got your notepads ready. I hope you've got your pens ready because today's leadership segment is going to be very enlightening. Okay. Okay. So, guys, you're welcome to tonight's leadership segment. Thank you for being part and parcel. Um, Joel, please unmute yourself. So, right now, I'm going to be letting our guests of
Hi, hi.
Okay.
I
So,
guess
on
you can hear
tonight's
me.
leadership segment, yes, I can. On tonight's leadership segment, we have a full house. We have a full house. We have Moses, we have Chani William, and we have Joel as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce them one by one. So we've got Moses, who is a minister of the Gospel of Christ, a motivational speaker, an award winning author of two books, That's Dreamer's Journey and Destiny Helpers. Moses, you're very welcome to tonight's leadership segment.
Thank you so much, Coach Inonge, for having me. And would like to welcome our viewers to this segment, and we look forward to interacting with them. Thank you.
Welcome. And we also have Joel, and Joel is actually a financial and investment advisor. Joel, you're welcome to today's leadership segment.
Thank you so much, Nonge. We are looking forward to interact with everyone here. And one thing that I think might have been missed on my production, I like to add also that I'm an author. Watch out for the book that is coming, Retirement, the retirement planning book, which I've also subheaded it. You can retire rightly. So thank you very much. We hope we can interact and share something today.
You are welcome, welcome, welcome. So we also have Chani William. Chani William, welcome. Chani works for the mines and is also an entrepreneur. Chani, you are welcome to today's leadership segment.
Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to interact with you.
Okay, so to kickstart our leadership segment, I just want to share one growth trap just before we go into the segment. So you see, one of the growth traps is that you assume you will grow automatically. You know, the assumption that you will grow automatically. My word concerning that assumption is you must be intentional about your growth. Stop waiting to become the person you want to be and start being him or her. So that is our opening growth tip. And we're going to be having some more tips just to help us get out of that trap. You know, a trap where we want to grow, but we think growth is going to come automatically. So, to begin this segment with these wonderful gentlemen, I would love to ask Moses how he got hold of Moments with Inonge.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. I think I have been following you for a while now. I got to learn about the moments with Inonge. I think that was through Facebook, and I think from the time I noticed that you were into mentorship and coaching people with dreams, you're talking about putting your dream to the test and the other motivational segments that you do offer. I think I got interested and I started following you. And I think when you advertised for the coaching session on Moment with Inonge to do with putting one's dream to the test, I got interested and I enrolled, and that's how I became your student. So, to answer your question, how did I get to know about you? It was through Facebook, and we've been interacting, I think, since January. And from that time, it's like we knew each other some years ago. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so Chani, how did you get to know about Moments with Inonge?
Equally with me, I also got to know about Moments with Inonge through Facebook. There was an advertisement concerning the mastermind program. So it was about the book. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So I got interested, and since then I've been following Moments with Inonge since last year.
Oh, okay, that's excellent. Thank you so much. And Joel, how did you get to know about Moments with Inonge?
All right. Okay. Well, moments with Inonge. I think because I've been reading leadership books and having to interact with so many people on internet, Facebook. But most of them they have been like foreigners, foreign coaches, and so on. But now I wanted to have a test for the local coach. I had to search, and I got to get into your profile, moments with Inonge. I followed you from the beginning. I just thought that this one is exciting, and I had to follow you up. And not only following you up, I had to reach you. So I think that's how I got to know you, to know this segment. It is through the interest that I have in leadership, as well as trying to have something which is local. So I found moments to be with Inonge to be so interesting because you have both the local touch and the international touch. Having worked with the renowned authors and coaches, leadership coaches like John Maxwell, that is very exciting. So, yeah, that's how I came to know about you.
Oh, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So it seems like everybody on this segment actually came to know about me through Facebook. And yes, Facebook is the main platform that I use for Moments with Inonge. Along the way, I got to start using YouTube, but I've usually been with Facebook. So I'll just share a little bit of how I came about with this platform. So it was in 2019 when I actually had a hunger to do much more. You know, being a chartered accountant, you know, a professional accountant, and also somebody being in business, you know, there was still a vacuum that was in me. And I had to search really what that vacuum was. And to cut the long story short, I heard a sermon where they were preaching about, finding your purpose, and your purpose is the reason for existing. And I began to pray more about what my purpose is. And it so happened to be a coincidence because at the same time, our church was celebrating its 30s. It was in its 30s, and they talked about how interesting the year 30 is. So apparently in 2019, I actually turned 30, and so I thought this was a very brilliant moment for me to actually begin, living life that is purpose driven. Because what I got from the sermon that actually intrigued me to really go deep and look into my passion was that Jesus started his ministry at the age of 30. David sat on the throne at the age of 30. Joseph became prime minister at the age of 30. And I think at that point, God was just ministering to me to also begin a purpose-driven life at the age of 30. So that is how I discovered what my passion and my purpose is, which is to encourage, and my passion is speaking, as you can see. So that is how I actually became a speaker, trainer, and coach. And in 2020, joined the John Maxwell team. So that was just a brief summary of how I got to speaking, training, and coaching. So I'll just go ahead and ask a few
Interesting.
questions. I'll just go ahead and ask a few questions to Moses, Joel, Chani, and we should be having Raymond also coming
Yeah.
on board, but he seems to have some technical issues. So we're just monitoring him from the background, and once his network stabilizes, we'll get him on. So, guys, as this segment goes ahead, please feel free to drop your comments, and let's let us know any questions that you have concerning either one of us. So, Moses, at what point in your life where you are, in pursuing your dream, in pursuing your God-given purpose, in working with your talent, before you actually got to follow Moments with Inonge.
Okay, thank you very much. I think, Coach, like you have said, I became passionate about inspiring others to attain their God-given abilities, their God-given dreams. So that has been my passion, and I strategically positioned myself in a place whereby I started the following and learning from people that are already doing that which I intend to do. Because I think I've realized that in life, in order for you to not to waste so much time, you need to learn from those that have already been there. I think one realization is that in life, there's nothing that is new on earth. Everything that we aspire to become, everything that we aspire to do, someone somewhere has done that. I think that's the reason why I became intentional and I started following people that are doing almost the same things that I am doing. And I think at the time when I came to learn about the moments with Inonge and the putting your dream to the test, I was pursuing my dreams quite okay, but I think I didn't have the much needed information. My dream was not clear as it is after going through the coaching session with Coach Inonge. So at the time when I joined the Coach Inonge, it was a bit unclear of the certain things that I needed to do for me to attain my dream. Of course, I knew quite well that my calling is to inspire hope into the hopeless, to give reasons to people as to why they should wake up tomorrow in the midst of the so many challenges. And my dream then was to have a university which is going to provide a platform to the vulnerable, especially to become who God intended them to become, because I believe that education is an equalizer. Having a background of being born from the village, raised in the village, at some point I stopped school because it was like not necessarily just for me to go to school. I started looking after my father's animals, and for 3 years I couldn't go to class. Having slept on an empty stomach, having gone to school without shoes, written off by society and the staff. And then after I went back to school, I think I've been able to see what school has been able to do for me. And I realized that I can also encourage some people out there who may not have the resources to be in class by opening up what we are calling the Dream Achievers Academy. Okay, this is a platform where we offer preschool and the primary school. And my desire or my dream, I envision it one day becoming a university. Okay, so that the people that are hopeless in terms of getting paying fees for their tertiary education can be assisted. So at the time when I joined uh, Coach Inonge in the coaching session, I think my dream was not clear. It was vague. The strategies that I had, I think, were almost unattainable. So that is the point at which I was before I joined Coach Inonge. If I was to conclude, if I was given to conclude, I would say I've become a better version of the person that I was last year. Thank you.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. That's so, so wonderful, Moses. You know, dreams sure do come true, especially when you're pursuing dreams that are in line with your God-given purpose. And we can see that there is a reason why you actually went through all that you went through. And this is so that you can be a pillar and an example to those that are actually, going through the same. Raymond, you are welcome to the leadership segment. I hope and trust. Um, that your connection is good now.
Yes. The network is too bad, but I'm able to hear what is being discussed in the meeting.
Unfortunately, Raymond, I'm not able to get you clearly. I don't know if the rest are.
Okay, for me,
It's
I'm
due
able to
to the
get
network.
Raymond.
Oh, okay. So Chani says he's
I'm
able to.
equally able to get Raymond, though there's some bit of some noise. I don't know if it's the headsets or what, I don't know, but I think I'm able to get him.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
network.
All right. Okay. I'm sure it's the network. So Raymond, thank you so much for joining us once again, and we'll just go
Yeah, we are
quickly
able
to.
to get him, though it's breaking.
Okay, we'll just go quickly to Joel, and Joel, please do
Number.
share
Yep,
where
to
you were,
Kira.
at what point you were when you actually joined Moments with Inonge, and so far how it has been for you.
All right. Okay. Though the other part of the question, I couldn't get it. It was breaking. Maybe if you can just repeat it for me.
Um, Joel, I was asking to say, at what point in pursuing your dream
Hello.
were you before you joined Moments with Inonge?
Oh, all right. Yeah. Before I joined the coaching session with Inonge, I was at a part of, I had a lot of pockets of dreams. Yeah, but there was a main one which I was almost giving up because I started pursuing it a long time ago. That is 2016 to be precise. So the moment we got into the one-on-one coaching session with the Nonge, we were able to look at a lot of issues. And one issue that was I was able to check upon myself, I think that has been hindering to that dream has been, I think procrastination has been one of it. But with that coaching session, Inongo was also able to bring out the issue of perseverance, and she was able to itemize what is supposed to be done. Um, Also applying the strategy, that one worked for me. Because if you are just pushing for a dream without a strategy, it's like you don't know what you are really doing. You need to have a very good plan for your dream. And that dream must have time as well. You need to know what you are going to do, say, by the end of the month, and what you're not going to do in 6 months, in 1 year, and so on. Then the other aspect is she was also able to bring the issue of you have to do something for your dream on a daily basis and make it a routine thing. So today, when you wake up, like every time you know that when I wake up in the morning, I need to brush my teeth, I need to bath, I need to maybe walk for work. In the same way you're supposed to do when you are pushing for a dream, it's supposed to be like an everyday thing. There must be that routine to say you convince yourself to say, right now I'm working for my dream. That's when you are going to see that dream moving. So that has really changed, and those are the things that I picked, and that's what I've started putting into practice by having a routine over my dream and achieving it. So it's really working, and I'm able to tick some progress here and there. So this is a very good coaching session we had.
Okay, brilliant. William, we just go straight to you, and please do share where you were before you began the coaching session, and please do highlight as well the key points that you actually got from the coaching session.
Okay, I'll start with where I was at the time when I learned about moments with Inonge. To start with, I'm in Solwezi, that is where I'm working from at Kansanshi Mine. So before coming to Solwezi, I had the privilege to go to a college. I learned about electricity, electrical, and then thereafter I was not satisfied since I wanted to do more. So I had to go to the Copperbelt University to study more in electrical. But as I was working, I was looking at my progress. I could see that I'm not making any progress despite being qualified. So I started thinking about what is the purpose of life? Why was I born? What am I to do with the life that I have? So from there, I discovered that there is more that I can do. I started asking myself questions like, was I born just to make maybe pay bills, raise a family, and then there you go. So I started thinking like that. Then I said, there is more to life. There's a reason why I was born. So as I was searching for answers to such questions, then I came across the program that was being uh, advertised concerning the mastermind session. And before that, I tried to start something, but I was failing at times because I had fear. Sometimes to procrastinate to say maybe I'll do it the next time. So when we started that mastermind program, saying sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So I learned that the success is hidden in small things that I do daily. So from there, I learned now on how to make a plan for my life. I would go through the day at times without a plan. Now, after having that mastermind program, I learned that my network is a powerful ingredient for me to succeed. So I started learning and reading even more to see how I can work with people and succeed. So I discovered that I have got a passion in agriculture. And now the days of agriculture are long gone. Now in the time where there is agribusiness. So that is how now I started. So since completing that program in November last year, I can say that I'm now making progress. And at the moment, I'm on the copper belt trying to network with people who are already in that field. So I'm now able to go forward. Unlike before that, I used to fear because during the mastermind session, there were some questions which were being asked, and they made me to reflect on the way I'm living my life, the way I can plan. So because of those questions, my mind was opened to things that I never knew I could achieve. So now at the moment, I'm confident that whatever that I want to do, I'll be able to achieve so long as I know how to work with people and I can network with them.
Wow, brilliant. Very brilliant, Chani. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And we cross over to Raymond. Raymond, before you joined Moments with Inonge, where were you exactly, and what was your experience during the mastermind, and the lessons also learned?
The time I joined in Nonge, I was working in Copper Belt under Red Path Africa. By then, that was the time we had the coronavirus pandemic, so we were stopped and I was not working by then. Then I got to know Inonge when I had a tough situation in life where I couldn't even stand to survive financially, even when things were getting hard. The house was taken away, the car were taken by the government. and the 4 plots I had was also taken because I had a serious case at the court. So when I came to know Inonge, it was like a hope, having hope for the things that I lost a lot. I really appreciate the platform of Mastermind because I learned something that made me understand how things work in life and know that there is hope. Even if something you have lost something very big in life, you come to understand how things work when you have hope that things can change and life can turn around. I learned something like bad experiences turns into good experience if you understand how things work. This gave me hope to understand that even though I was living hard life by then, but now understanding how people do business, how we can understand to be willing to learn from one another, that has given me a platform where if I start doing things now, I'm able to achieve things that I never thought I can achieve. Good example, I'm currently working with Redpath Africa as an expert jury operator from Copper Belt to KML in Karumbira. I've been doing something very good ever since I stopped. I finished a session with Inonge in mastermind training. I lost everything, but now I'm able to have 1 plot that is 30 by 40 in Karurush, which I'm currently building. Besides that, I've even engaged myself in education. I'm doing diploma in health safety and occupation under UK training. So all these things I'm doing them because what I acquired from the platform of Mastermind has given me a certain level of maturity. That maturity is the process of learning. So I cannot have the best qualities in life if I don't understand what the bad experience is. So I would love everyone who is listening in this platform to have the heart to learn from platform that Inonga has put in place, like mastermind training and other training that I write a lot of issues concerning how life is and how biblically you can get strengthened to move forward. So I still appreciate the mastermind training that we had previously. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raymond. Your story is something that really touches my heart. And I guess that Chani can also agree because apparently, um, in this group that we are in, Chani and Raymond were actually in the same mastermind group. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn,
You're right.
right? Yeah,
That's
and I
true.
guess the connection was very
Yeah.
brilliant. I remember a point where we actually held each other accountable, for doing something, for developing a certain discipline. And we had quite a number. We had quite a number learning something new, learning how to keep quiet while others are talking. We had quite a number. So, Mr. Moses, before I go to Moses, Chani, I would like you to highlight a little about the history to your future. Yeah, the history to your future, because we did a coaching session. I remember. How has that coaching session actually helped?
Yes, it has helped in a way that I'm now able to see where I want to be. You see, before that, I could just plan and think about things a little. Now, with that coaching session that we had, I'm now able to visualize where I want to go and what needs to be done as I plan to reach that stage. So, like you highlighted, sometimes you may set goals like in a year I want to be here like that, but from that session that we had, I'm able now to make long-term plans and see where I'm going. So each time as I make plans, I'm able to reflect on and visualize and be able to point to say, by the end of this year or that other year, I need to be there. So from that, I'm seeing myself developing intentionally.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I keep I keep taking notes as you guys speak, because you never get tired of learning, and even as you come out with the points that you learned, it really ignites something within me, and I can't help but actually take notes. So at this point, I would love to share another growth trap, something that hinders people from actually growing. And one of these growth traps is when you are actually afraid to make mistakes. When you're afraid to make mistakes, growing is messy and you will probably look foolish. But get over the mistakes and failure. Welcome your mistakes. I remember at a point when we were beginning moments with Inonge, I would make mistakes, I would make a lot of mistakes. But at the end of the day, I had to realize that even those actors, who act our favorite movie, before the final shooting of that movie, they actually go through, phases where they rehearse, they shoot this, it doesn't come out right, and they have to redo it and redo it. And just having that concept at the back of my mind made me think to say, you know what? It's okay to make mistakes. I will make mistakes, but still continue, So that is one of the growth traps that actually hinders us from growing, and that's being afraid to make mistakes. And then another trap that actually stops us is others are better than I am. You see, great men are actually willing to share their ideas. You can only learn if others are ahead of you. And you see, that's the beauty of having a mentor. That's the beauty of having a coach, because they have gone ahead of you and because they can ask you certain questions that will help you grow. But at times we are too ashamed to start, because when we look at ourselves, we see ourselves backwards. But then that should not hinder you from growing. So I just felt I should share those two growth traps as we continue. So, Moses, Throbo, back to you. I know you had said it and even concluded and even, but I would love to just listen to some of the key points that you took during our coaching session.
Okay, awesome. I think I would want to pick it up from the point where you're saying that we should not be afraid of trying, and by trying, we're able to make mistakes. I think mistakes in the beginning, they are unavoidable. In the journey to pursuing our dreams, I think we'll make mistakes along the way. But like you are saying, if we have mentors, if we have coaches, certain mistakes can be avoided. And I think that's the reason why I was prompted to enroll in this class. And so that, like I said earlier on, I've learned a lot. And certain mistakes, of course, that I was to make along the way will be avoided. Because certain mistakes, like when you try to do things on your own in the beginning, they are quite costly. Like I said last time when I was trying to publish my first book, okay? I made a mistake by entrusting someone whom I didn't know much, and in the end, I ended up losing money. I was swindled. So those are some of the mistakes that we learn in the pursuit of our dreams. But then, of course, one thing that I learned is that we need to envision this dream that we are talking about. We need to envision this vision. Okay, what is my final destination? Okay, and then once you have done that, you need to own to ask yourself, do I own this dream that I am pursuing? That is critical in the pursuit of our dreams, because a lot of people today are pursuing certain dreams that are not theirs. They are living a purpose driven life that is driven by others. Okay? To some extent, that their interest is to please others. And through that, I think that brings about discontentment and lack of fulfillment. Because once you are pursuing something that is not coming from deep down your heart, deep down your conviction. I think you'll be able to do it, but not convincingly. So one critical ingredient is that you need to own the dream that you want to have. Okay? Owning one's dream is quite critical. That was one component that I learned, and then the other component, like I talked about, was the clarity question. You need to be clear on this dream that you are pursuing. Earlier on, I told you that my dream was not that clear; it was vague. Okay, so it took the coach through the coaching sessions that we had to clarify on certain issues, and through that, I think I was able to develop, and now I can clearly see my dream. Even when I'm to be awakened from a very deep slumber, I'll be able to tell you what that dream is. So clarity of one's dream is very important. So many people dream, but only a few attain their dreams, and that could be the reason why dreams that some people that have, they are not clear. So ask yourself a question: is this thing that I seek, or is this thing that I desire, really clear to me? And that is going to help us. And then the other point that I learned was um, the reality question. So during the coaching session with Coach Inonge, we were able to look at the reality question, and we drew up certain strategies that were or are going to help me, achieve my dream. There is certain projects that I've been trying to put on hold. Procrastination, like Joe I think said earlier on, procrastination was the major challenge that I had. I could always tell myself, okay, this I'll do it tomorrow. This I'll do it tomorrow. But then through the coaching session, I think I was able to realize that procrastination is the major thief of dreams. A lot of people have gone to the graveyard with, I think that's why Miles Monroe once said that the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because there you find a lot of people with great dreams, but they never realize their dreams because of saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. You want to start studying, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it next month. Okay, this month I don't have much resources. So procrastination is one of the things that I learned that can destroy one's dreams. And then the other thing that I learned was the passion question. Okay, are you passionate enough? Is this thing able to, make you maybe wake throughout the night? Okay, because I think a dreamer usually have many challenges, and at times you tend to wake overnight. Are you able to stand and defend your dream? Okay, are you passionate enough to sacrifice certain things that may stand on your way as a hindrance? So that was one thing that also I learned, that in order for me to pursue and achieve my dream, I need to be passionate about that dream. I need to be convinced about that dream. And once I'm convinced about the dream, I'll be able to achieve my dream. And then maybe there were about 10 questions. So let me conclude by saying that the other thing that I learned was, the other point that I learned was the people's question. Okay. In my dream, have I included other people that are able to carry the vision with me, the dream with me, be able to achieve? Okay. In the journey of life, there's no man who can make it alone. I think that's why the man Jesus Christ, anointed as he was at the age of 30, he started his ministry like Coach Enondo was saying. But then one thing that he realized was he needed to have disciples. He needed a team of dedicated people who were able to buy into his dream in order for him to spread the gospel that we are able to proclaim to the world today. So does my dream include other people in order for me to achieve my dream? If you have a dream, it's better to identify certain people that will believe in you, that will believe in the dream, and work around with them and help you push. So certain times it will be difficult. On your own, you may hope, but if you have people to work with, they may help you achieve your dream. So in the pursuit of our dreams, we should always include people that will understand clearly our dreams, people that will be willing to push an extra mile, people that will tell us, hey, Mana, what you're trying to do is not the thing that is going to make you realize the dream. The people question is very important in pursuit of our dreams. And for now, I'll pause there, coach.
Wow, wow, wow. That just goes to say that, okay, as a coach, even if they say that, you don't need to, you don't need to appreciate yourself. But at this point, I'm going to say, well, Inonge, job well done. And to start with the last point, which you talked about the
Yeah.
people question. You mentioned very well to say no man is an island, actually. And even when you're pursuing your dreams, it is very important that you actually involve others. So at that point, we'll just pause a little and actually appreciate those that are currently watching us right now. And we'll also ask everyone that is watching, guys, to like and share. Like you've heard what Moses had to say concerning the people question. I can't do this on my own. I can't let moments with Inonge go viral on my own. I can't impact, the multitudes that God would have assigned me to impact on my own. I need you guys to be there. And just to show appreciation, I'm just going to select just a few from the comments, and we'll read the comments that they've sent. Guys, if you've got any questions, please do drop your questions, your comments, and your contributions. So we have a comment from Gift, and we have a comment from Gift. I just want to show this on the screen. And Gift says, "This is great. I'm now learning something here from great leaders." Gift, thank you for tuning in to tonight's leadership segment. I am humbled that you are able to learn from
Thank
us.
you.
And we have another comment. We have another comment from Veronica. And Veronica drops a comment and says she's watching from Australia. Veronica, thank you so much for being part and parcel of our leadership segment. I almost say tonight's leadership segment when I don't know what the time is in Australia. But either ways, thank you so much, Veronica, for being part and parcel of the leadership segment. We are so humbled that you'd be part of us. And we have another comment from Chisenga. And Chisenga is saying, watching from Lusaka. Wow, Chisenga, thank you so much. What a beautiful baby you have there on your profile picture. Thank you for
Thanks.
tuning in. And we have another comment, and this comment is actually from Ruth. And Ruth says, "Great, Veronica. I believe that Veronica, watching all the way from Australia, actually tagged Ruth to be part and parcel. And guys, I am so grateful. I am so honored that you have my back in this journey." We have another comment from Musema, and Musema actually says, "Clarity of dream and the reality." Yeah, point taken. So thank you so much, guys, for those points. We'll keep on going through those points as we go through the the leadership segments. At this point, I would love to go to Joel. I would love to go to Joel. And Joel, I just want to ask you, obviously there is something that you would want to say, just to encourage somebody, towards the value from being intentional, like from positioning yourself intentionally. Remember, our topic for discussion in tonight's leadership segment is value, from intentional positioning. So I would like to actually say that in order for you to actually subscribe for the coaching sessions, that means you were intentional about your growth. So I just want ask you to share a little about value from intentional position.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it is very important to position yourself. Yeah, when you are pursuing your dream. because sometimes people usually take it to say maybe if you are to achieve the dream, that dream might just come accidentally. But in our case, where we have to push for coaching and also that yourself become a coach to others, you need to know what your route, that is the strategy that you are going to take. And that strategy is, for instance, you know that every time I'm pushing for this and it's not working. So what do? You ask from others who can also coach you through, so that you pass through that hurdle that you are facing. So when you look at the value that you create, first of all, this is from something that you've already planned, the route that you want to take, and you have taken that route, like Moses has mentioned. You cannot do it alone, so you do it with the others. That is those who are coaching and so on, in pursuing your dream. So that is the intention that you want to take to achieve what you want to achieve. So by doing it, sometimes part of this, you have to lose something sometimes, maybe pay for something, but you should also know the value that you are receiving. Only when you know the value of what you are receiving, that's when you are going to pursue your dream. Otherwise, if you don't know the outcome, it's not the impact that is going to have on you, you're not going to pursue your dream. So it's very important you position yourself and put all the tools and everything that is necessary to push for your dream. Yeah. So that's what I can say now. Okay.
Okay. And Mr. Chani, what can you say about, the value from intentional positioning?
Yeah, intentional positioning is very, very important. We see that in today's world, a person who is insisting on using yesterday's methods won't be in business tomorrow. And any significant change in business is an opportunity for a new business. So like it has come, we have got the pandemic today. People have got to learn new ways of doing business. So they have got to be intentional. They should set a plan, should set a goal, so that they will be able to survive. Otherwise, if they don't have that planning, they will fail in their business. So it's important that even if we may go through changes, we should also be able to move and be able to excel in whatever that we are doing.
Okay. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. Very, very brilliant. Mr. Moses, I know you keep concluding, and I keep coming back to you. The circle keeps coming back to you.
Sure.
Any comments, contributions towards the value from intentional positioning?
Okay, thank you very much. Like the other colleagues have said, I think intentional positioning is quite critical. Like what we are doing now this is intentional positioning. We are positioning ourselves for greatness. We are positioning ourselves for attainment of our dreams. Okay, in the Bible, I think you would realize that before Esther could save the Jews from being killed, she had to position intentionally. She has to intentionally position herself in the king's palace. Okay, before Peter could walk on the water, he had to intentionally position himself on the water. Okay, in order for us to attain something in life, we have to intentionally position ourselves, and it just has to be a decision that one has to make to say, this is what I intend to do. And like I think the other colleagues have said, for us, we have decided intentionally to say we are going to be part of the coaching sessions. We have allowed the coach Inonge to be our coach and our mentor at the same time, because we know that she has been mentored by John C. Maxwell, who is a world renowned leader. And through that which she learned from John C. Maxwell, she's helping other emerging leaders also. to learn one or two things. And I think for us, we've learned a lot from what the coach has been able to share with us. So, in order for one to achieve their dreams, they will need to intentionally position themselves. You need to find yourself in a place where you can maybe find help. You need to find your in a place where you can one or two, where you can be able to learn from others, great leaders, arenas. Okay, if you want to be a great leader, you should be able to read the life of others, those that have been able to do it before. You need to learn from them, speak to them, find out from them what is it that they were able to do then that made them to become who they are today. Okay, in order to avoid the costly mistakes of repeating the same mistakes that those that have succeeded in the same areas have done, we need to be intentional, okay, and learn. Like Joel said, we need to pay. I think for me, everything that is given on a silver platter for free, I think people tend not to appreciate that. Okay, others will be saying, yeah, but he's doing the coaching session. Why should you keep charging? When you charge or you pay something, you attach a certain value. For example, we are still here good to know this media. It's because at the end of it all, we paid something and we have learned significantly. So that was quite intentional. In order to succeed in 2021, like Chani was saying, that in the midst of the outbreak of the pandemic, we need to learn new strategies. We can't keep on doing the same things that have failed us for so many years. Okay, we've tried to do certain things over and over and over again. The things have not given us the result. So, in order for us to succeed, we have to be intentional. Okay, the question that we may ask ourselves is that, okay, I've been pursuing my dreams for quite a while now, maybe the others 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. And I seem not to be getting somewhere. Where is the problem? What could be the problem? That question can only be unlocked by a person who has been through the same processes and now they are doing better. So my appeal to the viewers out there is that our followers on Facebook is that let's get intentional in whatever that we are trying to pursue. Uh, be it going to school, let's position ourselves. Okay, you can't dream to have a degree maybe in a business studies if you can't make a step of going to school. So let us learn to be intentional this year. And if we are going to be intentional this year, I think come December 31st, we are going to gather here again like we have gathered and give testimony to say, come and see what the Lord has done for me. Okay, even God is ready to work with people that are intentional in their dealings, not people who are just going to be shouting, Hallelujah, I receive in the church. That is not the cadre that Jesus Christ is, our God is looking forward to work with. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Raymond, very quickly, please do let us know what your thoughts are about the value from intentional positioning.
The value from intention is we need to understand what makes a person become a successful. One thing we need to change is our minds, the way we think. And the other thing I learned from Inonge's platform is to understand the points that makes us be different people from those who are failing to do what they want to achieve. When you look at this platform, we're trying to express the testimonies, things that we have experienced, and the results that we have gotten. Beside having the pandemic and other challenges that we are having in life, the best is to change the way we think. We should start by willing to learn. We need to be teachable, and that will give us the best we can give out. I love one thing about Inonge's session when you look at mastermind. When you think about and uh, the goal and the path, for example, I mean, when we want to achieve the goal, we need to have a path, and this path we need to be reviewing, evaluating the points, that things that we want to do. For example, my aim is to become a safety officer, but I may find it hard in some ways. Leaders, we need to be thinking ahead, one step ahead. In whatever we are doing, let's ask ourselves, what if things happen this way? Then we should also
Okay.
be willing to learn from other people, having listening ear, then see how much we can add value to the points that are coming in, then see how we can achieve what we want. I've learned a lot from Mr. Chani because I've been with him in a class. When you look at the way he's doing things now, you can see that he has been following a certain system of doing things that is making him see through to the obstacles that has been hindering him, especially the point that we learned from procrastination has helped me to understand much that never wait to say I'll start tomorrow or the other day. When you feel something can help you to move forward, just start and aim to do the best. So my last word is to understand how things work. We need always to learn from one another, and that will give us maturity. It's the process of learning, and beside process of learning, we need to have qualities that promote success.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much. You know, guys, I can't really help it whenever you're talking, but to get my pen and start writing, even forgetting that I'm a host, and I start learning. I guess we never have enough from learning from one another. So as I have been sharing
Yeah.
some traps, things that trap us from growing. Another thing that traps us from growing is, somebody may say, um, I'm not inspired. Like, somebody may not be inspired to grow. But you see, no matter how you feel, just do it. Forget motivation. Act yourself into feeling motivated. Another thing that stops people from growing is, that thought that things are always gonna be easy. And then when you try something, you realize it's actually difficult. So usually there'll be that thought, that I thought it was gonna be easier. I thought it was gonna be easier than this. But one thing that you need to understand is that people take advantage of luck through preparation plus opportunity plus action. That's how people take advantage. It's not always going to be easy, but once you prepare yourself, opportunity presents itself, and you take action, then you actually make progress. So, just as we're about to wrap up tonight's leadership segment, I would love to just go through some comments. And we have a comment. We have a comment from Gift, and Gift says, I am so happy to see you, comrade, Brother Moses, on this wonderful platform. It's great that you're teaching the world at large. Congratulations. I appreciate also my appreciation also goes to Madam Inonge for this wonderful event, and thanks also for everyone who is participating in this program. Great work. God bless you. God bless you too, Gift.
Amen.
For that contribution. Thank you for that comment. And we also have another comment, and this comment is actually from Rose, and Rose is saying she's watching from Seattle, Washington. I guess that's Washington, yeah. Rose, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being part and parcel of this leadership segment. I thank you so much for having my back, for standing with me all throughout this this journey. And we have another comment. We have another comment from Happy. And Happy actually says, William Chani, I see you. William Chani, I see you. So, Happy, thank you so much for being part and parcel of tonight's leadership segment. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting William and also participating by dropping your comment. We have a comment from Juliet. Juliet says, I'm following. We have a comment from Chomba, and Chomba says, Chani, I see you. Chomba, thank you so much for being part and parcel. And we have a comment from Good Morning. And Good Morning says, Hey, Inonge and the team. Hey, Inonge and the team. Hi, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for
Hi.
joining us. Thank you for being part and well of tonight's show. And we have a comment from Bridget, and Bridget says she's watching from Congo. Bridget, thank you so much for tuning in. Bridget actually goes out further to tag Goli and Chisenga, and I think I saw a comment from Goli somewhere. Um, I guess we'll get to find it somewhere. We have a comment from Karen Williams, and Karen says, Hi Inonge, watching you for the first time from Ndola. Hey Karen, thank you so much. Welcome to the community of Moments with Inonge, where we are dedicated to personal awareness as well as personal development. So we have a comment, and this time around, the person commenting is actually viewing from YouTube. YouTube family, where have you been? We're so glad that you can actually, tag along and be with us. And the comment is, I agree with Raymond. Procrastination is one of the problems to success. That is very true. That is very true. And thank you so much for dropping that comment. We have another comment from Daliso, and Daliso says, I'm watching from Karumbila. This is so good. I'm so much inspired. Thank you so much, Daliso. Please
Thank you, Daliso.
ensure that you follow, like, and share Moments with Inonge on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So, you guys, just before we round up, Moses, I'm sure a lot of people would like to, follow you. They would like to um, connected with you because this is what Moments with Inonge is all about. It's about us actually connecting. It's about us actually, growing. You're a motivational speaker too. You're an author. You're also a minister um, of the gospel. So where can people find you? And would you like to give out your number or something like that?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm a Solwezi resident. I'm based in Solwezi. Okay, so those that would like to get in touch with me, they can call me on 0969 610531. 0969610531. Or you can follow me on Facebook. Just search for Moses Samusunga. Okay, Moses Samusunga. Then you get to connect with me. Then or get interacting. So that is basically all I can say on the contact details. So I'm based in Solwezi. I'm glad to hear that the other colleagues are talking about Karumbila, and I think Zichani, though he has gone offline, is also based in Solwezi. So I think Solwezi we are doing fine, and I look forward to meeting with the two colleagues. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay. And Moses, his books, the Dreamers Journey as well as Destiny Helpers who
Destiny
actually
help
ran
us.
out
Yeah.
of yeah, we ran out of copies, so they'll actually be available sometime next month. So for those that would want those books, please do reach out to me or reach out to him, and definitely make sure that the books are out. And for Raymond has got, such a rich experience in, you know, in his life. He has a rich experience, and I call it rich because, experience is not the best teacher. That evaluated experience is the best teacher. You can go through something and not learn anything through it. But if you go through something and actually reflect on that thing, that is when you actually begin to learn lessons. Like Raymond said, he experienced a very great loss, a loss where he lost four plots, he lost his house, he lost his cars. That's not an easy, loss to actually go through. Sometimes, people lose even 1,000 kwacha or even $1,000, and it really shuts them. But what Raymond lost was actually more than that. So, Raymond, at this point in time, any word of encouragement, just in case there's somebody that is going through a loss and they would like to connect with you, just to share the experience, and you just get to encourage one another. Where can they find you?
I'm based in Chingora currently. I'm working in Kalumbira mine under Sentinel. I'm working with Red Path Africa. My phone number is 0966 962887. I'll repeat once more, 0966 962887. Word of encouragement, everyone who is watching this program, we need to have a heart to connect to Inong's platform and learn a lot of things. Some of the things you will learn is the qualities that you need in life so that you can move in the direction of success. Besides that, there are biblical teachings that enhance us spiritually. You cannot be the best person from outside, but you need to change what is inside. I mean, in the brain as well as in the physical understanding of things. This goes Bible verse that's James 1, verse 2 to 4, the one that talks about endurance. If you are experiencing a bad situation, trial, or a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable, the best is have a big heart for endurance. If you endure things, you become a confident person, which Inonge said we need always to be best teachers from the experience that we have. Not anything that will encourage people, but to have friends that motivate you for success. Nothing else is more important in life. Looking after ourselves and have a great passion for our life, we can only achieve if we understand how things work.
Thank you so much, Raymond, for those closing remarks and also that word of encouragement. I am really encouraged, and I hope those that are watching are encouraged too. And even as I go to Joel, I would love to make mention that Joel is actually going to be joining us for a financial literacy segment. So, beginning the month of March, from the first week of March, we will not be having the motivational segments every Monday. We'll actually be having the financial literacy segments. Moments with Inonge is all about personal awareness and development. It's a community where we get to grow, inspire one another, encourage, and motivate one another. It is my desire to actually see you grow. It is my desire to see you grow to become the best person that you were created to be, to use your gifts, to use your talents, to use the potential that lies within you. This is why I have dedicated myself to coming online and sharing these things with you so that you and I can grow alongside each other. So, Joel, please do share with us where we can find you and also any word of encouragement that you have.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm based in Lusaka. You can find me on my Facebook page. I have a page that let's hope you can like it. It's called the JM Investment School. All right, JM Investment School. So we can interact more there. You can also get me on WhatsApp. I'm on 0979 054 531. 0979 054 531. So just as Inonge has mentioned, uh, I'm kind of new to this meeting. I was just following how it is used, interacting, and so on. So we are going to see more of us coming either live. We may be in the same studio with Inonge, and we may be in different places. So the items, we've got a number of items that have been lined up. So I guess you are going to tune in. Just as for you also to know me, I'm just as well as Inonge. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm also somebody who has done finance management. I've been trained to do investment advisory services by the Security and Exchange Commission, as well as Lusaka Stock Exchange. I was also trained to do trading by a company from UK. So we are going to share all those things. There are a lot of areas that we can share with, but the most important, interesting one that I want to look at is on your personal finance. I usually do with business financing, but we are going to do, in this case, we're going to do small businesses, like small and medium scale. So in this, we have a lot of items that are going to be lined up, which you need to be excited of. First of all, we are going to look at savings. Then we are going to look at debt. How do you manage your debt, your personal debt, that business you enter it? Should you get a loan or shouldn't? And if you want to finance your business, what should you do? Yeah, so we need to get into a situation where we answer those things. We are also going to discuss items like your budget. Why should you keep a budget? A bit your personal budget, or even when you are running a business, that small business budget, you need it. So we are going to look at all those, but it will be an interactive session where we will have to respond, ask questions, and you will be there. So uh, we are looking forward to it, Inonge, so that come March, we should be able to start our session. Thanks so much.
Mm. You're welcome. So just a few brief comments. We have a comment from Rose, and Rose says leadership is vital, and any step towards true leadership will bring change that we all want to see. We can all play a part. Good stuff. And we have another comment from Daliso, and Daliso says, "Well spoken, Mr. Raymond. I love your encouragement." And please, guys, do bear with me if I haven't brought up your comment. We have a comment from Chola, and Chola says, "Hi, Inonge, watching from Atlanta." Hey, Chola, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's leadership segment. I am so humbled and grateful that you take time to be part and parcel of the leadership segment. Thank you so much for having back. Thank you so much. So, guys, we have come to the end of our leadership segment. I hope and trust that you have been inspired, motivated, and transformed by the lessons, that have been passed down to us by these wonderful great men. I'm sure the women out there are saying, okay, why are you the only woman on that platform? Well, we're gonna have a session as well, where we have other women. But for this session, it was made for me to actually have Moses, Joel, Raymond, and Chani, to just be part and
Yeah.
parcel of this segment. And I guess that it's a good team. It's a very good team because definitely, if I have been able to feed on the points, that they have shared, I guess you that is watching, you have also been able to feed on the points, that they have shared. So we've come to the end of the leadership segment. Please, guys, do tune in for the quotes of the week that will be dropping on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And remember, on Sundays, we have the inspirational segment at 13 hours, which is 1 p.m. Central African time. On Monday, um, I'm pretty much thinking this Monday will actually be the first, right? I'm pretty much thinking it will be the first
Yes,
of
yes,
March.
yes,
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
March.
we may Yes,
That
we'll
will
have
be true.
something with financial and investment advisor Joel, as well as introduction of the theme for the month. And on Tuesday, we have the leadership segment, which is like this segment that you're currently watching. Guys, Moses, Joel, Raymond, and Chani, you have been so great. I am so humbled that you take time out of your busy schedule, guys, and present. Guys, thank you so much for being able to pour yourselves out to the community of Moments with Inonge and the world at large.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so very much. And
God
I would
bless.
like to encourage those that are yet to join the Moments with Inonge coaching session to do so, because by doing that, I think they'll be positioning themselves to greatness.
Okay, thank you so much. Just as Moses have put it, for those who really want to have a coaching session, you are missing out. And in fact, Inonge is would to create more time for you, like she has created to many of us, to give you a coaching that will be able to change your life and make you move forward. Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, okay, I think Raymond's network is not too good. I can see it's buffering. So, on behalf of Raymond, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part and parcel.
That will be
Raymond, I was
nice.
actually saying thank you on your behalf, and you just popped up. Any closing remarks before we end? Your mic is muted.
I'm grateful to be part of the team. I'm grateful to be part of the team of the leadership segment. Whoever is watching this one, let's get connected so that we can change our lives and see how best we can do. It's always the best to be with the best people. So thanks very much to be part of this team. For those who are watching, get connected with the numbers that you where this helps a lot and gives us potential for our life. Have interest to learn, to see the benefit of success.
Okay. All right, guys. I think from me and this wonderful team, it's good night. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you for dropping your comments. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we definitely want to meet with you at the top because we are not yet at the top. We are on our way to the top. And would love for you to also come along and, just soar with us. So thank you so much, guys. And we end the segment at this point. We end the
Thank
segment at
you.
this.
Shalom.
I
Thank you.